mainly with this one, we just really wanted to go over basically what we went over yesterday. It was quite a lot of information that we went through yesterday, so we just wanted to put it through in a bit more of a concise slideshow, which I'll run through slide by slide. And then once we've got through sort of all 6 slides, then we'll just like open the floor up for any questions or any concerns or anything that I may not have covered yet. So if everybody could just pop their audio on mute for me. Dem and Georgie, if I could have you unmute just so that you guys can jump in if at any given point, especially if there's any questions. If anyone does have any questions as we go through, just like raise your hand, let us know, and we can address them as we go. Alrighty, team. So with our new products, essentially wanted to try and explain it as it's not really 2 new products. It's 1 new product. And the new product being is the 4-week online coaching. Now, with the 4-week online coaching, how that works is that this is a product that's paid for by the members using the MyLocker platform. So when they have purchased this product, it's $150. Once they've clicked purchase, it takes them through a questionnaire platform. They complete a questionnaire, and the questionnaire is designed with 11 closed-ended questions to try and really direct where their goals are, what they want to achieve from there. In this questionnaire, they can also select a trainer if they happen to know a trainer that they want to train with. If not, that will be then allocated out to the team, which will be done by myself, Georgie, and Demi. Now, the actual bones of the product. So with the online coaching, so it's a 4-week program. The first session is a 45-minute initial consultation with a new questionnaire called the MyFitness questionnaire, which is emailed to that member following the receipt of purchase. Once they have filled out that questionnaire and it is given to you, that's when you complete that 45-minute initial consultation. Now, this will be done either via the phone, but preferably this would be done online, either using a platform like we're using now, Zoom, so you can have a little bit of face-to-face sort of conversation with that person. Once you have done that initial consultation, you would then be completing a program for that member. It could be a nutritional advice in there as well, but what it would be a program that they're going to follow. Following the initial consultation, there'll be 3 weekly check-ins, week 2, week 3, week 4, which should be 15 minutes. And this will be done via the digital platform. So again, ideally, either through Zoom or any sort of online face-to-face software that you feel comfortable using. Now, once you've completed those 15-minute check-ins, the idea and the design behind this is for you to advance the program, whether that's adding new exercise recommendations, new movements, whatever that might be. And the reason we want that to do in a digital format is that you can add a visual to that as well. There will be a program sort of template that Virgin has, which will be emailed out, which Georgie will be sending out all those sort of comms after we've had this meeting. So all this information and all the documentation behind it will be sent out to the team. So it's not something that you're going to have to search for. It will be provided to you. And these weekly check-ins will be done across 4 weeks. The most important part about this is that it is coaching. So it is looking more of the behavior and the lifestyle change that we can elicit whilst not being able to get hands-on with people. So this is really designed as something that we work through over a digital platform. So we would need to produce a program for lifestyle and behavior change. The most important aspect of this product being the relationship with the client without the need to be face-to-face or in a workout setting. So that is basically the 4-week coaching product. The second product, the reason why I wanted to say that this isn't really a new product is because it's our traditional PT in a sense, but just delivered via a digital platform. Now, I wanted to really highlight the fact that we're trying to push and enforce this sort of digital platform because we really don't know, given with the government state at the moment, where the rules could change in terms of, at the moment, yes, we can train our clients in parks and in open spaces like ovals. But as you know, all outdoor gyms are now shut. We're limited to training 2 people and they have to be of that same household. So we wanted to try and get that across, that if we can deliver this on an online platform in a nice, smooth and coherent way, we're not going to have to change too much of our working patterns moving forwards. So this product is a traditional PT session delivered via a digital platform. It involves all the aspects of the coaching product, such as the online guidance, the program design, and ongoing support. And the way that the members would pay for that is, again, through MyLocker. Now, MyLocker will slightly change the look of it. There'll be an extra tab. You'll have 2 tabs. So one will have, 3 new tabs. One will say online workouts, which is where some of you have already done, where you can see your online Pilates, online grid, etc. The second one will have a tab for online, the 4-week coaching product. And then the third one will be PT Anywhere. And now when they click PT Anywhere, they can select a level 1, level 2, or level 3 option for their trainer. And it's essentially just purchasing a top up. Now, delivering that session, once you've delivered the session, you would then email the admin team, and we'll provide you the email address if you don't have it. And you would CC in myself and Georgie, and then that session would be cashed off via the admin's team. So there's no much more admin involved than that. They pay, they would communicate to you, hi Aaron, I paid for my session. You would then deliver that session and email admins, CGM, and the FM, and then the payment you would get paid for it. It would be put through in your validation sheet in effect. That would be the validation sheet, is the best way I can explain that. So that's basically PT Anywhere. For pricing and pay, so I'll go through the 4-week coaching option first. So with the 4-week coaching, it's $150. It's paid straight up. So as they click it, they click and pay through MyLocker. Now it's like I said before, an initial 45-minute consultation and 3 follow-up 15-minute consultation. However, the way you'll be paid for it is for 2 PT sessions at your established level. So if you're a level 1 trainer, you'd get paid 2 level 1 PT sessions for the 4-week online coaching. If you're a level 2, you get paid 2 times your level at level 2. And if you're a level 3, you get paid 2 level 3 sessions. So it's 90 minutes of work and 90 minutes of pay, in effect. Of course, the programming will take a little bit of time outside of that, but in terms of the way that it is paid, it's paid at 2 PT sessions. One of the sessions you deliver is 45 minutes, and the remaining 3 are 15-minute checkups. Personal training anywhere, there's no change. So all existing pricing and rate of pay remains the same. Existing sessions used first where applicable. So if anyone, that doesn't make sense. So existing sessions basically meaning that if any of our clients had sessions on their account, these sessions would be used up first. And then once they are used up, they have the option to then purchase more through MyLocker. Now, Centrally have decided to do this as a top-up basis, as we didn't want members to be, locked in or feel that they are locked into any sort of extended payment periods during this uncertain time. So it gives them a little bit more flexibility during this uncertain times. In terms of sessions remaining, myself and Georgie will have the sub-reduction report, which basically is a massive report which shows all our current client base and what sessions they have on their account. We will then email that out to you guys so you know exactly where your clients are standing, how many sessions they've got remaining. And then from there, you can start to deliver those sessions and get paid for those sessions. This is, if everyone can see that, and it's a little bit small, but this is what I was explaining for the tiles on the MyLocker homepage. I'm not sure if everyone uses MyLocker because a lot of it is member specific, but if you do use your MyLocker, for example, for booking classes for yourself, got the first tab over here. This is the online workouts. So the online workouts being online grid, online Pilates, the stuff that we've seen hit our social media which is really cool. So we're having some sort of like free classes for the members to do. The second button over here is PT Anywhere, which is a product we just explained. And then the other one is the 4-week coaching, which you can see here. So how it would look is 150 and it's book now. And then you've got level 1 PT, level 3, and level 2. On this side of the screen here, you've got the MyFitness sort of questionnaire, sort of explaining what it is. So the product is purchased. Member receives an email called MyFitness questionnaire. Only unique new purchases. So what is the MyFitness questionnaire? To better understand the members' goals, their fitness level, their lifestyle and preferences. The survey responses allow us to match them with the correct coach. The member submits the survey and is allocated a trainer. So this will be allocated by myself, Georgie, and them. And of course, we'll put in, if there's any specific requests, it will go to that specific trainer. Anything else, we'll try and align it up in the most fair and best way possible for the trainer to have, basically the member to have the correct trainer for them. The trainer will then complete a fitness coach consultation and provides a program. This is designed to be a guiding tool to speak deeper on the responses from the MyFitness questionnaire and fine-tune the training objectives, program design, lifestyle, and motivational factors. The member will receive the program following the consultation, and a 15-minute weekly check-in time is established to review the week's plan, adjust, and hold them accountable. So these 15-minute checkout times, just like you would with a PT session, is booked between you and that member. So you've got that flexibility to do it. As we know, we try and get them into a nice routine. So maybe same time next week, whatever that might be. But it's just trying to create that routine for them in this time where we don't really have routine. The admin side of how it's going to work. So from our side, from back of house sort of side, Fitness Manager is the trainer allocation. We review the Kickstart signups. So a report will be sent out to myself and Georgie and them at 6 a.m., 12 p.m. and 6 a.m., 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. every day. We'll then use the member ID from the report to look at the member's personal contact information and the survey responses using club services. We'll allocate the client to the coach and share the contact number and member ID with the coach. And then I will, or me and Georgie will be recording that in a spreadsheet just so we can track correspondence on our end. When that information is sent to the coach, we want a 24-hour turnaround time. So for example, if you got the information on a Wednesday, ideally you would contact them the same day, but within 24 hours, contacting that member to book in that initial fitness consultation. You use the member ID to look at the questionnaire and the survey responses and complete the fitness coach consultation and provide them with a booking time each week. Coaches emailed Fitness Manager and admin team to confirm the session so that admin can cash off that session in Gladstone. So once you've done the initial 45-minute session, you would email myself and Georgie and the admin's team so that we can authorize the payment, as you'd be paid for both of those. You'd be paid for 2 sessions in one go. So supporting documents that are going to come with this. So how do I log into Club Services? You've got that link in the top of the screen. I know a lot of us use Club Services at the moment for checking concierge. We're going to really need to be relying on Club Services quite massively now. So if anyone does need any help with Club Services, please reach out to myself, Demi, or Georgie independently, and we can give you a real walkthrough on how that's going to work for you. Your password is the same as your Gladstone login. So the same one that you would use to log into the Gladstone system at the work computers. The abbreviations of MFQ and FCC is My Fitness Questionnaire, and FCC is Fitness Coach Consultation. This is sort of the evolution of the 30-day plan. So at the moment, these are going to be replacing our Guru questionnaires that we currently use. How do you access the documents? So you'd log into Club Services, hit the survey results tile, and you basically navigate through the system in that way. There has been a sort of a step-by-step guide that has been sent to us, which we'll also be sharing out, so you know exactly how that's going to look and how to navigate through Club Services. It is easier to do it on your laptop if you are for this process. It gets a bit clunky on your phone, so I would recommend using a laptop or an iPad, something with a bigger screen, so you can navigate through that easier. what recommended digital platforms should I use to communicate with my client? We've created a separate document called Virtual Coaching, which will help you choose the right platform to communicate with your clients with suggestions for best practice and safety. Again, that's something that we'll be sending out to you. However, if there is a platform that you're currently using or one that you find easy, I would stick with that. We've been using Zoom for all our meetings. It's safe, it's encrypted. You can record stuff for your clients using that as well, and I find it a very safe and easy tool. So for me personally, I would stick with Zoom, as it's quite easy to navigate, and one, it's encrypted and it's safe. But if there is things that you find more comfortable using, by all means, use what you find best to work with. How do I edit the program template? Simply copy and paste the template into your email and edit the text. Again, this is not a set in stone template that you have to use. I know some of you guys use Google Sheets and stuff already with your clients. If you have something set up with your current client base, continue to use that. You want to keep that sort of communication tool with your client as seamless as possible in these times, rather than adding in something new. If you're not using anything at the moment, definitely use the template that will be provided, as it's really easy and super simple to use, and it's all Virgin branded as well, so it looks nice and professional. Do you have to use it? No, you don't have to, but it is just something as a bare minimum for you to use and share, rather than like a screenshot of a workout or writing something on hand, just something a little bit easier for your client to digest. What is the admin email? admins@virginactive.com.au. And who do I speak to on anything else that you need help with? You come to myself, Dem, or Georgie. Alrighty. And that is our Prezzo. So let me just get everybody back up on the screen. Awesome. So guys, any questions? I know that was a lot of information in there, but just want to open up the floor for any questions now.
As do you mind if I just elaborate on a few things I've written down?
Definitely.
Cool. Thanks, Aaron. That was great, really clear and concise in regards to the explanation of these new products. So thanks for doing that. Some of the things that I would definitely walk away from today with Aaron and Demi is looking at what is a program, and giving you guys some, especially if you're new to this space, some ideas around how you can program for people in a digital setting. So whether that's, like I think Tess said yesterday, you know, pre-recording your programs on video opposed to doing a PDF. And there's so many different ways that we can get quite creative in this space and keep our members engaged, and also having really sort of quality content coming out. So we'll definitely look at getting some resources there to help you with that in terms of programming, nutritional stuff that you guys can share, even if it's a couple of templates to get you going, and things like recipes and stuff. So we can create a bit of a share file on this as well. I don't know if anyone thinks that's a good idea, but I think, you know, we've got such a massive knowledge pool of incredible people here that we can really pull together and support each other on the programming and content side of things. Yeah, that was my input. Cool. Thanks, Dad.
I had a question.
Yes, mate.
If all this is going through My Locker, but it's still meant to be open to everyone, how do non-members access these products?
Do you want me to answer that, Aaron?
Yeah, I don't have the answer for that one, unfortunately.
Yeah, cool. So initially at this stage, it will only be sent out to current members at this stage. So it's going to be staged in stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. So as it stands, it will just be going to current members. I know Jodie had a question yesterday about what if you've got your family and, you know, they're all in the video and all that kind of situation. If, for example, you've got a husband who's not a member, but his wife's a member and they want to do a session, then they would just go through the wife's booking and profile like that to PC Anywhere. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does that answer that one for you, Dane?
Yes. So it's not happening for now.
Yeah, but I mean, that could change tomorrow. I think it's important to know that that's an ever-moving progression.
Yeah.
Quick question regarding the consultation. So they do the questionnaire before you have that 45-minute consultation so that you can prepare the program and then obviously ask any further questions that you want to have and cover and, put together the video and all that kind of stuff. But before that 45-minute session, there's no contact before then?
No. Do you want me to answer that?
Yeah, go for it, Dan.
So there's 2 stages. So when they, go onto My Locker and purchase the $150 pack, they will get bumped through to an initial questionnaire, which is just like a kind of box tick ABC type thing. And then from that, you'll be able to access the results, which we'll send through a PDF explaining how to get those results. And then there's a second questionnaire that you would then do in your 45-minute consultation. So then you will go onto Club Services and access that second questionnaire and go through that in person. And then whatever time you have left at the end, you might do a little bit of a workout or chat or come up with a program. And then you'll go away, you'll program your 4-week block, say, and then you'll have those 15-minute check-ins every second, third, fourth week. Is that right? That's yeah.
I'd add to that, Dem, as well. In terms of, I've written the term turnaround in terms of communication and contact with a member. I think that's really key in this sort of 4-week coaching process. So what would happen is Aaron would direct that new member to you. You would access the survey that they complete, and then it's getting them booked into that 45 minutes consultation as soon as you can within that 24 hours. We know that statistically, if someone's engaged with sooner rather than later, then more likely to continue and to really buy into what you guys are potentially selling in that first 45 minutes. As to what happens after your 45 minutes, you need to have a little bit of time to prepare some of that programming, because it might be bespoke, it might be very unique to that individual person, but just make sure that that time is spent and that you can replicate that down the track, so that time is managed well. Does that make sense? With that, yeah. So pre-recording stuff and automating stuff in terms of content will actually help you replicate some of this stuff moving forward and make the process a bit quicker.
Yeah. Another one, we're in the virtual world now. Are we wearing uniform in, just obviously wear whatever I want downstairs, but, right now, am I wearing my Virgin Active shirt? And another one, if we're doing face-to-face, you want us to wear our Virgin Active gear if we can still do face-to-face?
Cool, great question. No one's asked that yet. I'm going to assume yes. I think it's professional.
Yeah.
I think we're a brand. We've got to be consistent and we've got to show that representation.
Business as usual. Yeah.
Business as usual. Yeah. Basically, we're doing the same, but we're just doing it on a computer opposed to face to face. Yeah. I will clarify that, but I'm going to assume it's a yeah.
Just think like you're delivering the news. It doesn't really matter what's on the bottom half as long as you got a top on, eh?
Unless you've got to demonstrate, then you're in trouble.
Stand up.
That's a good question. That's not actually something that's been raised yet. So, like Georgie said, I would assume yes, just so that it does look like it's a Virgin product, but we will definitely follow that up to get a bit more clarity on that one. Cheers, mate.
Is this starting today? They all get notified today, is that right? And then from there, what do we just wait for them to start to explore My Locker and buy stuff?
Yeah, I think it's kind of in a 2-stage at the moment, Tim. So what Aaron and I will do today is actually start off going through the sub-report first and sending you guys your member base, for those who have it, that still have sessions sitting there ready to use. That's kind of the first step for us. And then we will be getting EDMs, which is sort of the marketing send out campaign stuff in the next couple of days going out live. But if you do have, and you know you've got members who have accumulated sessions, absolutely jump on doing some of that PT anywhere. I haven't checked my locker yet, so I'll do that this afternoon to see if the tiles come up.
It's,
I'm not sure.
not yet, no.
Okay, I'll reach out to Zach and find out when that tile's ready to go.
What about Kickstart promo sessions,
Who said that?
Danny?
Yeah, so Kickstart at 150, we could credit that towards a coaching package. It's the same concept, but it's just different to what we would normally do with the PTP or the Kickstart. Again, that's not clarified, but I'm going to assume that would be the most logical process in this realm. Virtual. Would anyone disagree on that?
As I understood with the promo sessions, same thing as the sub-reduction report. So anybody that would have outstanding sessions, we could cash off as normal. What has been said currently is that we're not selling any promo sessions at the moment because we've got the online option. If that does change, obviously we'll communicate that to the team. But at the moment, what as they've done centrally to simplify the product, is the online coaching and the PT anywhere. That's how it's going to work at the moment. But again, as I said, if anything does change, we'll communicate that as soon as we have that information.
Yeah, this is going to look very different when we open up again, because inevitably we will open the club. But as it stands, we're kind of in this limbo at the moment. But you know, these things will adapt as the environment we work in.
Okay, another question. Obviously, there's a lot of members that don't do PT. I mean, I don't know what the penetration rate is. How are we going to retain and service the, let's say, 85% of the other members who, they're gym junkies and they come, 5 times a week, sometimes twice a week. How are we going to retain those guys without them going elsewhere? Because I've been in contact with a few members who are doing the online stuff, like whether it's a class from Virgin, and it's not the same, and there's a lot of stuff out there that's a lot of like, this is better quality.
Yeah, look, if it's all right, as I'll jump on this one because I have a bit more insight as to where it's going. So in regards to our membership, only 5% of them use PC anyway. That's our penetration at the moment. Everyone is on Freeze who's an active member, but they will be shared this new product. So it will be marketed to the entire member base, not just the PC portion of it. So that answers that little first bit. So we're basically targeting at French's, we have 4,389 members that will be targeting this new product to over the coming days, which is pretty great. In regards to the online stuff, I know Zach is working closely with some Group X to do some more recording and potentially live. He's kind of spent his time launching this PT product, and now he's moving on to that Group X space. So as to where that sort of goes in the next couple of days, I know there's stuff happening in the background. I'm not sure when it will kind of come live and accessible. So that online pre-recorded workout at the moment is what we have. But there will be stuff happening. There's a lot of questions around that. So they're very much aware that that's where everyone is at the moment. I know, Aaron, you've got some exciting stuff happening Friday.
Potentially, yeah.
Do you want to share it, or?
Yeah. So I'll be doing a little bit of filming on Friday to do some online grid workouts. I assume it's grid. I don't think they'd ask me to do Pilates.
I don't know.
So yeah, I'm not sure when that will go live, but just have a look at my locker. You might see a familiar face doing some burpees online.
Yeah, I think, Tim, you've got such a valid question there. I mean, so many members are reaching out on the member care for the faces of Freshers. And I've expressed this to Zach that we do need to see more of our team on these videos and more familiar faces. So do know that I have expressed that, and that will, it's out there. Everyone's quiet.
Sorry, I have a question.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. You go.
Wait, there's Ari, Betty, and Danny want to talk. So
Should we go Danny, then we'll go Betty, and then we'll go Ariane?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Who goes first?
Danny goes first.
On mute.
Go?
Go for it, Danny.
Yeah, okay. All right, here we go. So I just noticed I'm with Power Living, and they're doing heaps of free things online. And I know Xana Cox Fitness, they're all doing free things. How are we going to be able to get our members to pay a normal PT price when there's so much free content out at the moment?
I think personally for me, I think that comes down to how you value yourself and how much your members value the service you provide. Personally, I think you guys, this is a perfect opportunity to work on how confident you are with what you do, and if you're not confident, then this is the opportunity to upskill and product knowledge and whatever it is that you need to do in sort of an L&D space to get that confidence. Firstly, that's my initial kind of response. We are giving free online workouts as Virgin as well. And you guys, whatever you do on your social at the moment, if you want to do free workouts to build your brand, it's entirely up to you. That's really at your own discretion.
Okay.
And we can support you on that, by the way. We can support on all those areas.
Just to follow up on that one as well, Danny and Georgie, as you know, Danny, the free stuff has always supplemented our PT clients. There's a lot of our PT clients seek us out from the Group X world to get more help and more development. So the guys that we currently have, obviously we've still got current clients, and they fundamentally want to look after us as well. Their best interests, what their interests are in their health, but they're also concerned about us. So I definitely believe that a lot of our clients will continue to train with us, and then we can be smart and use whatever platform that we feel is appropriate, whether it is using the Virgin Active free workouts or providing them free pre-recorded workouts that you do yourself, or even YouTube things that you might recommend for them. That's definitely something I'm going to be doing for my clients. And then the one-on-one stuff, it's also a time to readdress their goals and get them to do the rehabby stuff that they need to do that they might not have been doing inside the gym, because you can flog them on the ski erg or the assault bike. So it's just utilizing the free options to supplement what they're paying for, because there's so much free content, but what they need is what they bought into you for in the first place.
Yeah, very cool.
I think it's definitely worth maybe Demi putting on our list of stuff and some needs analysis stuff, so that we can come back to making sure we're answering some of those needs with the clients and direct that free content appropriately, so that it is better converted to that product. Danny, it might be worth reaching out with them and having a sit down and seeing where we can help you with that one-on-one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Betty was next, I think. Question. Betty?
Just trying to work out the unmute.
I'll unmute her. Yeah, just got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All good?
Yeah, what was your question?
Yeah, the question would be, get this email through the office.
Anyone get that?
No.
I heard office and email.
Client, which is very unstable, yeah?
Oh, there we go. I can hear you now.
Okay, I'm going to turn the video off, so it should be better, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so the question would so the members, my PT is gonna get the email from the club, and we're gonna have a look at the 4 weeks, which is much cheaper, obviously.
Hey Betty,
We got nothing.
we can't actually hear you, but it might be worth one of us jumping on the phone for this question after, if that's okay.
Yeah,
It's going to be phone PT.
Maybe send us a text and someone else can read it.
I'll give
Text
you a call.
PT.
I'll give you a call after this, Betty.
Actually, on that, there is at the bottom of your screen, guys, there's a button that says chat. Just like hello. You can add any written comms into that if you have a question as well.
Okay, I'm writing.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, write it in.
Okay.
Thank you.
Pop it in there, Betty.
Ariane's question next, I think.
And then I'll have one, please.
Okay. My question is back the other way, back onto PTs. Has there been any chat about expectations, how many sessions we should be delivering? Because it's so new and we don't know how it's going to go. Are we, as a level 1 in particular, do we need to build up to something? How are they going to work all of that out?
Yeah, Aaron, I might jump in on this one because this came up on our CGM call this morning. So we actually put that out to Zach and Sean this morning, and they will be getting back to us on what those sort of expectations look like in more detail. But it's definitely a common question across all clubs at the moment. But we'll definitely have that out to you when we know. Yeah, great question. Really great question.
This is obviously we're on a new platform now, and it requires internet, as Betty has found out, right? Are we going to be compensated for internet and those expenses?
I don't have the answer to that one. I can find that one out. I'm not sure, but yeah, I know I mean, all of us are quite fortunate we have laptops. There's a lot of PTs out in the network that don't even have their own computer. So I know there's conversations around the technicality and the logistics around getting it live and connections and all sorts of things. So again, I might loop back around with Ariane's question as well once I get clarity.
Personally, I talked to my taxman about that, and he looks like I put in a little bit of percentage of internet already, so it might be a question for the taxman, but I don't know if, like Georgie will say, anything will come from Virgin. But.
Yeah, I think from a Virgin perspective right now is we're changing with the times, and things are going to change, and the boundaries of what we did before have got to change as well. As to what that is from a business decision from central, I'm not sure, but if you have any questions around that, if you're you're sole traded, there's definitely options there for you anyway. But in terms of how we would compensate it as Virgin, I'll have to find that one.
Yeah. Another one on branding. So you've spoken about building your own personal brand. Now, obviously there's a few of us, probably most of us, that have got a social present. You've got our personal one and we've got our PT one. Now, is the personal brand our own personal brand, or is it a Virgin personal brand? Are we?
I think it's ambiguous, Tim. I think a lot of the guys on the call wouldn't be as established as you might be, for some of the other guys who've been in the industry a lot longer. So developing their own personal brand for some of the newer guys in the industry is a great way to step in, especially in this space at the moment. And that is something that we can guide through Virgin. But I think I said it yesterday on the call, things like your trainer profile, your social media, they're your shop front. They're the things that people go to when they want to quickly know what you're delivering. We know that obstacle and spark is your thing, and we can see that from your social and from your profile. So your shop front's really clear. But for a lot of these guys, there isn't that. So rather than just being a Virgin trainer, another Virgin trainer, we need to make sure that you guys have identity within the brand. so that
Yeah.
we can showcase your strengths and really highlight every individual in a way that's fair, but also really productive in growth and development as as a team, as well as within oneself.
Okay. I suppose my question was more, are we going under the umbrella socially? Is Virgin going to put together an Instagram page and a Facebook page and all that kind of stuff? Or we just kind of develop that ourselves and,
Yeah.
whether we have our PT profile and then, at Instagram, whatever.
Yeah, look, I've been thinking about this quite a bit over the last couple of days, and we're going to have Virgin Active, the umbrella. We're going to have the national page. We're going to have Instagram, the Facebook. But how I look at it and how I would look at this as a PC, if I was a PC at the moment at Virgin, is I would have my profile picture up on an Instagram page, and I would be representing myself as a PC at Virgin. And delivering my content via the brand because it has such amazing reach.
Yeah.
That's if I was to do that. But we can, if it's something that everyone's interested in, we can kind of help guide you with what that could look like. Again, that's a bit of my marketing background that can really help, get you guys out there if you're going to be standing up in front of 20,000, PCs potentially globally if you work at Virgin.
Just to expand on that one as well, Tim, because your social media reach is strong, and obviously the way we're going to connect with members now is going to be through the internet and through the Virgin website, where all our profiles already live and sit, and kind of for everybody as well. If you needed to update that profile, if you could send it to me, and I can get Central to update your profile. So it doesn't need to be updating the picture. I just mean, the content that's in your profile, like what you do. Because obviously when these online leads come through, people don't want to be reading through long spiel and long speech. They want to be like, okay, I want weight loss, strength training, boom, I'm going to go to Dane. I want obstacle course, I want to go to Tim. So it directs. And then that way, using your own social media, whether that be through Facebook or through your Instagram page, you could then push your new profile through there to then reach members, because fundamentally this product will then reach members that are outside of Virgin, which will then obviously lead to another revenue stream for yourself coming in the long term.
I think potential members, everyone goes straight to Google when they want to know something about anything, right? And if you're going to Google, say, personal trainer, Virgin Active Northern Beaches, you want to be the person that comes up first, right? Like, even though we're a team, we still got our own little business to think of. But it might be Pilates personal trainer on the Northern Beaches, but if you've got the brand behind you, you've got more click, you've got more sort of backbone to being found in some of these searches. So using the brand can be really, really powerful. I also think if you're representing Virgin, you really do need to represent in this space. But how you do that on your own at this stage has no clarity, and it never has had any from looking back. If I would imagine that marketing is going to put something out that might change the game. So I would just say do what you're doing now, and then if that changes, then we can really streamline it and come back to what's appropriate down the track.
Yeah, so if we're doing an outdoor session with someone, for instance, just going off what Tim said, say we have to drive somewhere, are we compensated for mileage or anything like that? Or because like Stan lives at Bondi, I live at Neutral Bay. What's the deal with something like that?
Well, at this stage, I believe that that again, I'll have to find out that one. At this stage, though, it's very likely that we're all going to be in isolation soon. So it's more than likely you're going to be virtual. So just bear that in mind as well. It's personal preference as well. Do you really want to be going out and doing those sort of things at this stage? It's really down to you. You have the choice to do it virtually. And it's been created for those kind of situations. But in terms of claiming that comes down to the computer and the internet kind of topic as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't claim anything for going to work every day, and I live in Taringa, and it takes me half an hour. For me, I would say no, but again, I'll clarify.
Yeah.
Just on again on that one, Stephen. This situation with the coronavirus is it's made the industry very reactive, and of course, like no one wants to work that way where you're having to react and change. So that's why we're trying to obviously be a little bit more proactive with the online stuff. So if we can get ahead of the curve and sort of explain to our clients and new clients moving forwards that we're going to be operating in an online platform, we can kind of continue to stay in business and work safely until things start to get back to normal.
Sure.
And then if we can operate in this facility, you're then going to have almost two sort of businesses. Once the gym opens back up again, you're going to have people that like doing the online work and like doing online programming and working by themselves. But then you're also going to have your core member base that are going to like that face-to-face. So in these sort of times where we've been forced to be very reactive, I think this is an opportunity for us to really sort of take control of the situation that we are in right now. And like for me, the online stuff, this is quite complicated for me. So it's good. It's forced me to learn something new. And again, and that's Dane back with a healthy treat. But again, it's just giving us a little bit of ammunition to be proactive and try and stay ahead of what's going to happen next. Because we'd rather be delivering online. Enjoy that Coke, Dane. We'd rather be online now than being told at the end of the week, okay, no one can leave their houses. So imagine you had 20 sessions booked in, all for the park for the following week, and the PM comes out and says, everyone stays locked down.
Yeah,
You're then going to be forced to go online. But if we can get online now, we can stay ahead of that sort of government warning. That makes sense.
Oh, yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, that's fair.
Thanks, mate.
I have a question. In
Anna,
regards to marketing ourselves on like our own Instagram, could you guys send out some like original PDFs of Virgin logos and stuff so we can get like good quality stuff to market?
yeah, I've actually requested, I call it a style guide, and that's where you get all the branding and colours and things like that from marketing previously. I haven't had much success, but I will try and get it on the basis that we want to represent the brand as individuals online, and I hope that this would get a little bit more movement. But yeah,
okay,
absolutely. If not, we can definitely tailor some stuff. I can definitely fiddle around and tailor some stuff if you need anything.
Yeah, that'd be great. Even like the Virgin logo and stuff, because I know like if we get it from the internet, it's just not gonna look good. I know there's like the original logos, like group share and stuff. So if you can access that, that'd be fantastic.
So guys, I have access to everything at home on my laptop. So if you do need anything that's going to help with this, please reach out to me individually, and I'll forward that. But in terms of that sort of the branding and the logos and things like that, I'll put something together for all of you if I can. If not from marketing, but something that I can at least give you guys for the interim.
And we get profile pictures as well.
I can definitely get those from Brooklyn in marketing. Yeah. And if anyone doesn't have one, then just touch base with Aaron and he'll contact Brooklyn anyway. I think that was the chat yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Writing stuff down, guys. My brain is like, the sponge is kind of drooping at the sides of my brain. Cool. How's it feeling about it?
I forgot to mention.
Yeah.
PT pooling is still an option. That's obviously going to work easier for people that obviously live in the same household, but that would work the same as in that they would purchase it. Like, for example, if you trained a couple, like husband and wife, or mother and son, or something like that, they would, split the cost between them. If you had two friends that lived independently, you could set up a Zoom sort of meeting like this and PT the both of them independently, and then they could obviously sort the payment between themselves as well. So PT pooling is definitely still an option. There was another thing I forgot to mention as well about the risk assessment for training people under the age of 16. The risk assessment stays the same. So you can train people, but they just need a guardian or an adult in the room, or, you know.
The thing with that one is we have to be very mindful of privacy, and obviously being on video and things like that, that nothing is distributed online in terms of recording and that kind of stuff for any minors, and that we do gain permission from a guardian. I think that's a really important thing to bring to attention. And if you are training someone under 16, please just let me know so I can make sure that that's appropriate through legal. Jodie, I think that was your question yesterday. Does that all kind of sit well? Cool.
I think Betty had a question in the chat. Are we able to get government help? That's something that we'll touch base on Friday. We're still waiting for some final comms in terms of how that's going to work out. So if we can just hold out until Friday, that we can give you some actual clear information. Just don't want to say anything now to confuse the issue, but if we can wait till Friday, Georgie will communicate that out to us.
Yeah, what I might do, guys, is I might just stop the recording, and then we can open up for anyone who has any questions outside of what we've delivered today, and then we can talk about that kind of stuff off the recording. So I'm just going to hit stop on that one.